Hi everyone,
1,000
we're
feet's
back.
not that far. 1,000 feet's definitely not that far. It's definitely not that high for a mountain.
I hope that you all are refreshed, as we are, and we've been having an interesting conversation about lethality secretly being the second DM of this game and possibly possibly jeopardizing the party more than I could do singularly.
Yes.
So welcome to all of you who might have stopped in here during our breakaway. Lady Atara, you timed it perfectly, joining in just as we stopped for a break. Well, and I hope you all enjoyed the music. As that song, as I said in chat, I had custom composed, and that
Yes.
is a song dedicated to you all who are here, especially the inspiration that you as my friends and players and participants. But it's something that I hope that you all can enjoy out there in audience. Speaking of audience, well, she hasn't shown up for you yet, but my players are getting a face full of cat butt. But you know what? It makes it an official stream.
Kitty.
Oh, sniff, sniff. Meow, you say?
Lisa.
Meow. Okay, well, that's your opinion. She loves your all's camera on me then, because, man, she's... You okay? Alright. At least you're not doing that creepy thing where you sniff something and your mouth hangs open for a second. Yeah.
I am eating seaweed to be fully immersed with my character.
Oh, yes. True roleplay. You all get cosplay and makeup and seaweed eating.
I do all of the cosplay.
Seaweed is so good.
Y'all. I do all of the cosplay. Let's be real. I do a cosplay of Celine.
Yeah. All right. Well, we're let's get back into this here. As we have a little bit about, we have an hour to go. Oh, actually, real quick. Table talk / real talk. Lethality with us having moved in time and you haven't. You've been you are a static point in time. Do we need to break right at 2?
What's the time now? Time is 1 a.m.
Yes.
No, we don't. We don't have to break right at 2.
Okay. Wait,
We
do or don't?
We could even go to 3. We don't. We could even go to 3, and we wouldn't have to break right at 3.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, we'll see. We'll go for at least an hour, and then we'll look at wherever that takes us. Because
I don't think I want to go to 3 though.
Yeah, you might. Not
Yeah.
everyone might. So yeah, we'll at least go to 2 and make sure that we can accommodate you. For those of you out there, if you don't know, Lethality after break gets things set up over at the Gathering of Nerds, and then Minecraft tonight.
No. That was that we've actually moved Minecraft to its own stream. That's after Brisbane by Night on Monday evenings. No, it's a multiplayer game night tonight. Which actually, speaking of, I need to ping them and be like, well, what the hell are we doing?
Okay. Well, you all watch for the signal flare on our Discord, but we will cross that bridge when we get to it, because right now, much like summoning a warhorse, a sheep made from a tiefling, or a giant elk, we have an hour ride ahead of us.
Yes.
And we'll somehow get through it together. So we left off with Bright, Bright in the bath, just kind of cooling off, decompressing, and destinkifying, and desickifying as well from. Put that away, ma'am. Oh. She's. Why did she even look back at you all like, yeah, did you see that? Wink. You're winking with the wrong eye though. So you were taking a bath and just trying to find yourself, and you had some incense lit, and you know what? This was a good time to try and make peace. Reach out and try and... Ma'am, that's... Oh, you're rolling my map. Okay, here. I love you, but this is untenable.
Cat gonna cat.
Yep. I'll just step on the mouse and roll on stuff and move the camera again. Hi, everyone. Okay, there I am. And you summon. Your spell goes off, and in the bathroom here, there's that occasional little drip. Every once in a while you have to warm up the water and whatnot. The spell is going off, and for a moment, nothing seems to happen. And maybe it's a little pain, kind of like, I tried divining. Is something wrong? What's going on? And then in the echoey chamber of your bathroom, you do hear a. And, of course, it's fall. There's crickets that were outside anyway. But this particular chirp has a familiar ring to it.
Well, I'm glad you're back. Is it really you?
There's an affirmative chirp. And you see a cricket, boink, hop onto the side of the tub.
Well, see here. Do I have the prop? I do.
We're gonna have to dust this off. This has been a little bit.
Yeah, it's been a while. I have the prop. You can hop right up here if you'd like.
And from the side of the tub, just bloop, right onto the pink head.
You can floof up there. Yeah, there you go.
A cricket jumps onto Bright's head.
Okay. Now, I might ask you to change your shape. So, just so you know. But, for right now, I'm just glad you're back. What was it like? Did you experience the passage of time while I was away?
That's probably a topic too deep for a cricket. But there is, to your forest gnome senses tingling, let alone your now familiar connection that you have with Peggy Sue. There is a feeling of contentment and companionship coming from her.
That's good. That's good. So, before the incense runs out, I'm gonna turn you into a Palila bird again.
Oh. So the cricket just sort of like jumps up and just goes through like a flash, like bloop, and lands back on your head as a bird.
The chunky bird.
Yes.
Chunky bird. It's too big. There. Oh no.
Yeah.
Too chunky. It's too chunky.
Yeah, it tries to land, doesn't find purchase, rolls down.
There we go. There we go.
I love it.
Love it.
Perches on your shoulder.
Okay. You can maybe you're more comfortable over here. I don't know. It's not working.
The bird having trouble
we're out
stabilizing.
of practice. We're out of practice at this. Here we go.
Rolls forward into the warm water and kind of flops around, but seems to be happy taking a bird bath with Bright.
It's not a waterfowl, but still. Okay. There we go.
Shakes water
Okay.
off. And...
This is good. You'll be safer as a bird. You're less likely to be eaten by a bird.
But not completely. There's always
Just less likely.
Yeah, you're not super. Flying attacks aren't super effective. They're just normal.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you're back. And we'll have to find a more convenient place for you to sit. But for now, I'm happy.
having this moment of reconnection, of bonding again after just, thousands of years. I would like you to, while you're here in this moment, to have a shower thought, or perhaps maybe there's a chance that you don't. But go ahead and roll an investigation for me, right?
24.
Hey,
No.
no.
I will note the extra red number on the other die.
Yes, that is a red number over there, but fortunately we won't count that one. So you're thinking about it, you're in the tub and there's water and there's Peggy Sue. You're reflecting, your mind is engaged. You just cast a magic spell, which that just you let that energy out, and it's a nice relief in itself. And you're thinking back, especially with the conversations you'll hey, none of that. Thank you. I don't have the towel on the back of my chair here, so she's like, "Oh, is that leather?" Oh, it was.
That's how my cat feels about it too.
Yeah. And now she's a loaf. You remember when you were Detective Bright, and you were in the warehouse, and you're doing the hideout and all this, and because you were thinking about all this and all these other things you talked about. Oh, let's take a riverboat, and the whole thing with the mule, and you remember that it seems like the Shadowhar agents were actually shipping vampires down the river to the port.
Yeah.
And you were probably then in the same warehouse where the vampires that were sent down eventually made their way out to sea aboard the Wild Cherry.
Right.
And ended up getting a little hungry along the way. So, just a connection. I'm not saying there's anything especially relevant, but you met a result of that interaction.
Probably nothing I can do about it now. And that was 2 years ago in real time. And longer in bright time. But yeah, that was a whole big thing.
Yeah.
I wish we'd had more success in stopping those vampires. But we'll see. At least we turned Mordecai back.
Miss Crumb might still be out there somewhere.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I never really had that much of a connection with her. I think it was mostly Jaden.
Yeah. Well, just, again, shower thoughts, or bathtub thoughts.
Yeah.
But a little flex from your DM saying that, stuff goes on, and it's an interconnected world, and the results of the warehouse and the shipping of vampires and all that ended up doing other things. And anyway. That is successful. Anyone else have something they want to do this night, aside from get a good night's sleep and have a wonderful continental breakfast in the morning? Hey. That's better. Yeah, she's in a mood. Going once, going twice, and 8 hours pass. Just like that. Morning comes, and it's cold and partly cloudy. There is a wind blowing, not unfavorable to the direction you want to end up.
I guess I'll roll new portents?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Boring old ordinary portents.
Yeah.
Not as cool as the last one.
The last ones would have done. Those would have put in some work. Not that these can't, but I don't know. The other ones were. I was kind of clenched up there for a second.
Yeah, didn't find a use for those. Okay, ready.
Going out and securing passage on a ship.
Yep.
All
That's
right.
what we do.
What kind of a transport would you like to go on?
Fast.
Fast, strictly passenger, fast, like cargo because it's less expensive. I don't know if you still want to pinch your coppers, but
We don't have to pinch coppers.
okay.
Fast.
You could even get a personal. Like you could just hire you can hire like a riverboat captain to just take you down on a smaller like a personal vessel.
Yeah.
Unless for some reason you want a big one, I don't know. That's no. Okay.
No, personal transport seems like it would get us get there faster because we don't have to worry about other people's timetable.
Yeah. Okay. I would like.
But if the captain says he's the king, don't believe him.
I would like a. How do I want to do this? Someone roll an investigation at advantage because y'all are going to help each other out with this mutual goal. All right. So, Bright with a knife. Bright, you are so overjoyed. No, you can find someone. It might not be, it's not super luxurious. It may not be exactly what, I don't know, secretly you were hoping for. Maybe not, or someone else might be disappointed. But yeah, it takes a chunk of the day. It's not as time efficient either. So while you are up early, trying to secure a boat going that way quickly, directly, even with money not being an issue, it's just finding someone who can do this. So you're going to be into like past lunchtime when you're able to find a captain, and the captain tells you that you can go aboard his private boat. He does have one crewmate that helps out just with sails and other little things, and you all, it's not luxurious, but you do have like a cabin that you all can just sit in or take a nap. It's okay appointed. He'll bring some snacks and some beverages, but it will take a while, and he will stop off at a couple points because they're not big cities on the map, but going down the river there are some stopping points for people who want to drop off lumber or goods to get fresh water, not just river water, but like actually good water or foodstuffs. So he doesn't have meals aboard, but you can get meals at these sort of like, it would be like a three building town. Like there's the inn, there's like the family that runs it, and then there's like a farm kind of a thing that helps keep things, or a ranch or something. So very small, almost outpost establishments scattered up and down the river. So you'll stop there just to make sure that things are going as they are, and that he might need some things along the way. There's nothing shady, in your opinion, Bright, that is coming up here. Seems to, there's no winks and nudges, implications about this or that. It's just, okay, yeah, I'll take you. I need some time. Like, we can leave in the evening, but don't worry, I know the river like the back of my hand. And so he shows you his hook, and it's just...
I'm starting to get concerned. I wasn't concerned, but now I am.
And he says, just like a lot of other places in this town, please be wary of fire. He is a tiefling captain, and just a hazard of being a tiefling is, someone steps on your tail and you go, ow, and you accidentally hellish rebuke the place. So, yeah, you have the rest of the afternoon, and you're going to be departing about when the sun is setting on the horizon. It is going to cost It is going to end up costing 20 gold in order to go down the river, though.
Not a problem. Not a problem at all.
That's so expensive.
That is very expensive, actually.
It is.
Can I haggle with him?
You can't, simply because he's the only one that seems to be willing to do this in a short time frame, and he's already scrambling to try and get his assistant, who sounded like he might have been busy with something else.
I'm increasingly curious about what his assistant is up to.
You have hours. You know, you can go find out if you want.
Actually, I don't think I have to go to find out. I love this spell. This is so nice. This is the best legendary item ever.
Okay. Well, so you don't know the assistant or really anything about
Yeah.
him.
No, he's gonna have the. I mean, I've heard of him. So
He exists. Yeah, that's true.
he'll have +5 to his save.
Okay. Let's see. Sailors get proficiency.
And I'm being so respectful of his privacy. I'm not even sneaking into his quarters and pilfering one of his items. Just putting it out there that I could totally do that, and I'm not.
Decent wisdom. Let's do this then. Oh. Nope, unfortunately,
How about that? Okay, well, I don't know where he is then. We'll find out later.
Well, we got a few hours. Should we go shopping?
there's all kinds
Is
of
there
stuff
anything
here.
we need? What do we need?
I don't know. It's just something to do.
I don't think there's anything we need. I'm just willing to wait.
I don't want to just stand around. It's boring.
I mean, like, in character, there's no real reason for us to do anything except skip to the scene. Unless there's something we need to buy.
Out of character, I'm really curious about the shopkeeper that me and Bright had scammed.
Sure, we can go check on him.
Oh, the
So-
magic item salesman? Or I'm sorry, the
Yes.
assistant that you duped?
It's just,
Yes.
it's been 2 years. I want to see what happened. I want to see if he got kicked out, if he's doing all right.
Sure.
All right.
Let's find out.
But in character, Norlai doesn't care. She just wants to do something.
Okay.
Mordecai and Professor?
I'm just waiting. I just want to skip ahead.
Yep. Professor?
Yeah, I'm also waiting.
Okay.
Well, I will go with Norlai, and while we're on the way, I'll say, "Hey, Norlai, remember that magic shopkeeper that we ran into? I think he had
Oh, yeah.
kind of a thing for you, and
Yeah, but I don't like guys who don't have horns.
okay, so I can appreciate that. I'm also particular about height, but but why don't we check in and see what became of him? We can disguise
Yeah.
ourselves if you want. Do you have a disguise
mean,
thing?
I do not.
Okay, well, let's just change our
It's
change our.
fine.
I'll use a sealing. It's fine. We have plenty of spell slots. We'll just change. I'll change into a halfling woman. Kind of matronly. Actually, I'll just use wicker bottom. I'll just use wicker
Oh,
bottom.
yeah.
And Norlai, what do you want to look like?
I don't know.
A 19-year-old 5'4" tiefling girl?
No, not that. Anything but that.
Yeah. I don't know. You can just make me blue.
Okay, you're now a blue tiefling, and you do look a little different. Instead of looking like Lorelai, you're gonna look more like Mordecai's mom when she was your age. Because that's what's on my mind.
Oh yeah,
Also,
that's true. Because you got the
AP
look.
I
now.
Yeah.
just look like gender bent Mordecai.
There we go.
Kinda.
Yeah. All right. So a halfling matron and a tiefling matron are walking through the district here. Now, while
Well,
this
no, I
happens,
think she'll still be younger. I think.
oh
Or-
yeah, that's true. Yeah. Oh yeah, because you did say the younger version. Okay. So yeah, a young, a
I
nice.
look more like Mordecai's sister now.
Yeah.
We,
If
we
if
can't.
he had one.
It's for some reason impossible to disguise Lorelai as someone middle-aged. She's always young. Just can't do it. Probably do it if I had to, but I don't want to.
Okay, so you're gonna be on the way. When Coffee gets back, there's gonna be an interaction with Mordecai as well. Professor, are you with Mordecai, or are you off doing your own thing? Are you gonna just peruse some shops and, or just go? There's the Shadowhar parked in a park. There's a troop transport.
No, I think I'll be with Mordecai for this one.
Okay. Okay. I will cut back to you two then in a moment. The two of you, Bright and Norlai, make your way back to the magic item shop. And the item shop itself doesn't seem to have changed all that much. It's still, in the same building. It has the same amount of sort of rickety wooden shelves and just sort of like a worn-in appearance. However, when you come inside, you're not greeted by the assistant. You are greeted by a young lady who is she is a tiefling as well. She greets you in Infernal and in Common. And what can I help you with? Looks a little older than Norlai does.
Well,
We're browsing mostly. We were here a few years ago. We just thought we'd stop by.
Oh, yes. Well, our stock is frequently changing over the course of a couple of years, especially. Please take a look around. If you have any questions on prices, then all you have to do is ask. And if you have a question on how something works, sometimes these items can be a little baffling.
of course. So I normally live up north, near the near Northport, and I just happened to be passing through. And last time I was through here, there was a different person who ran the shop. Did you buy it from him, or
Oh,
what?
No, it's still owned by the same person. But are you talking about the assistant?
I'm not sure. I mean, I guess there was an assistant. Now that I think about it.
Young human?
Yes. He he was such a good lad. He didn't really seem to have the aptitude, but he was such a good boy.
Well, yes, he was. I wish I could really tell you. He was saving money to go to school, and he ended up saving up enough after, I don't know quite the detail, but there was a little bit of a setback, I guess, for him. But he was able to save up enough, and the last that I knew, it was maybe about 2 years, maybe a little less than that. He hopped aboard a ship and went down to Uct to one of the magic universities there to study. However, myself or the
Uct,
shop
you say?
owner, we haven't heard from him.
Oh.
Yeah, I can imagine that. I mean, I've heard lot of misfortune has befallen Uct.
Yeah, it's very sad to hear about that.
Well, hopefully
Well-
he's all right.
Do you happen to remember his name? I don't remember it.
Yeah. His name was Derry.
Derry, that's right. I'm sorry, it's been quite some time. My memory isn't what it used to be. Speaking of, so I'd like to buy a few things. I'd like to buy a new spell book, just to have as a, just a new spell book.
Oh, yeah.
Just to have. I'm sure you have something like that in stock, and
Oh, of
a little
course.
bit of ink,
Choose your
just to get me
cover
started.
material and your color. Do you feel any gemstones or any filigree put into it?
Oh no, nothing custom. Just a very basic, utilitarian, off the shelf.
Sure.
I buy all my spell books off the shelf.
Yeah, I believe that I have a very standard, very Magic 101. My first spell style is something like that. What you're looking for?
I think that'll be perfect.
Okay. So you don't get the college ruled one. You get the wide rule. It's a super wide one with a dotted line in between, so you can practice your letters. And
I don't need not that basic. we can go ahead and get the college rule.
Okay.
My first wish will be.
Yeah.
what I
Sure.
really
She
get.
gives you effectively a composition journal, so it's black and white blotched, and it has college ruled paper inside.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. That's fine, and some ink, of course, to get me started. Well, let's just look around and see. Do you have anything interesting?
Everything's interesting when it comes to and she starts getting into this. She seems to be some knowledgeable. Has probably put in some study of magic because she knows some terminology. She's like, oh, these are the gadgets, the gizmos aplenty, and then the who's its and what's its galore are over there, and thingamabobs. So she's got like 20.
Would there happen to be any figures of wondrous power?
Maybe.
Well, I need more pets.
Treasure. There we go. Actually, I can do something like...
So I'm gonna go ahead and what did I have? I wanted to say something, but now I don't remember. So I guess I'm not. I'll think about it.
Okay. You tried to think and nothing happened.
I wanted to say something covertly to Norlai, but I forgot what I wanted to say. Better think of it fast, because we won't be here that long.
Yeah, I'm trying to find my...
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm stalling.
Stalling for time. Without further stalling for time.
Let's take a look at something like magic item acquisition to see if something like that would be available at a... It is a magic store, but... DM tools... Sleep... Tool proficiency... Spellcasting... traps... downtime. Here we go. Pit fighting.
Now we're gonna have
is
to
on
do pit fighting.
131.
Yeah.
There we go. You know what's up. All right. Prime magic items. Oh, Mordecai, I got a thing for you when you're ready here. All right, real quick, between Norlai and Bright, I would like one of you to do a thing that is going to be... Oh, those are complications. All right. This might end up being more towards Norali's Bend, as she is a noble, of course. Plus, mechanically, she's more charismatic. That doesn't mean that Bright can't do it either. But this is going to end up being reflected more along the lines of a carousing check.
Mm-hmm.
So I would like you to make a persuasion. One of you can make a persuasion check.
I want to use my birthday crit.
Yeah. Oh, it's time
Okay.
for a birthday crit. You do the carousing, I'll do the pit fighting.
Okay, well then.
Because I saved it and my birthday's next week. So I'm using it now.
Sure. This will... so you are able to... you flash your staff. You are a noble. I mean, clearly. Look at how you dress. Look at the very powerful magic item you have. Maybe you just resonate because, you know, you're both aspiring tiefling magicians. Something along those lines. There just so happens to be... She tells you we don't normally keep them... we don't normally keep it out. In fact, this one was supposed to be spoken for, but the person who had reserved it hasn't come back, and it's been a while, and given the state of the world, well, it is what it is, and if you have the money to pay for it, yes, we do have a couple of these magic items. Which one were you looking for?
I'll have to look at them.
Okay.
I
Well,
remembered what I wanted to do.
Okay.
So I want to send Noralai a message,
Okay.
and that's going to be using my wizard hat innate power,
Okay.
which I do have to roll for, and it's, you know how that is, so we'll see if
Well, yeah, that's true. Tonight.
we'll see what I can do.
Hey.
No, it's not a crit fail, okay? So the message that I want to send is, I know you have an extra staff, and you might get a better deal for it here than you would from Selter.
That might. Is there a rarity limit?
With you achieving what you did, you know, you used your birthday crit, you got all this other stuff kind of backing you up. I will say that rare is the limit.
Okay. I think I would want the golden lions. These gold statuettes of lions are always created in pairs. You can use one figure or both simultaneously. Each one can become a lion for up to 1 hour. Once the lion has been used, it can't be used for 7 days.
Okay. And that will cost... of course, you get the, fine selection. These are, you know, good quality things. I would like you to roll... I would like you to roll a D4. Wow. Hell of a deal. You can get them for 1,000 gold pieces.
I assume we took enough money to spend from Mordecai.
Yeah, I figured I would just charge whatever we spent to the party fund.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna buy ink though, and I'm actually not sure how much ink that's gonna be. so we'll find out.
Okay. Mordecai, I'm glad you're fire resistant. Your pocket's kind of burning right now. There's a disturbance in the financial force.
I'm not the one buying 1,000 gold lions. I'm just
They're
buying ink.
pretty. Look at them. They're pretty. They're gold.
Yeah, if you need magic ink to transcribe stuff, then you can get pretty much as you want here. Unless you want like super fancy stuff that has like, you know, diamond dust in it so it glitters when you write, or some other precious metal or gemstone.
I mean, I would like ink that glitters when I write, but I don't think I need actual diamonds for that. I'd be happy with rhinestone ink.
Okay. Yeah. I got moissanite ink. It's
I'm thinking names for them now.
cubic zirconium.
It's cubic zinconium, yeah.
Zinconium. All right. So yeah, if you could get standard ink, or if you want to upcharge, because you get it in an exotic color or with a particular ingredient to shimmer or somehow enhance it, you know, the spell, then you're welcome to do so.
Regular ink will be fine.
Okay.
This is purely utilitarian.
Then make sure you send your bill to Mordecai so that he can resolve the money.
I will do that.
All right. Mordecai, while you and Cypher are just kind of hanging out and letting Norlai and Bright do their thing, while, you know, the sun arcs slowly overhead, evening's coming, and while they're out shopping, rain begins. So for you inside the magic store, you're going to hear the, you know, pit pat of rain against the windows, and a couple shutters are like clattering. It's not a huge storm, but it is. It's right at that point, because it was warmer earlier, where you almost wish it was snowing, because it's just rain that's so cold it just like gets into your bones, but it refuses to freeze. So Professor and Mordecai, it begins raining. You know, a lot of people are you know, ducking in. Where do you two want to go to find shelter? There's restaurants if you want, or shops. You can stand out in the rain if you want. I'm not going to stop you.
Yeah, I'm not particularly picky. We're just waiting.
Okay.
I don't have anything to do in character at
Sure.
all.
Yeah, let's say you like duck under an overhead here, like it kind of travels along several storefronts. So you do some, you know, you're there. Mordecai, as this is happening, you are approached by another tiefling, who, under his breath in Infernal, asks you if you want to buy some lucifrace.
No, I'm fine, friend.
Are you sure? This is the stuff from up north.
I'll just,
Up north
very
is sort of like stressed in a particular way. I'm sorry, what, Professor?
just I'm not going to interrupt. I'm just going to put this here.
Oh, very subtle. I understand. Okay, yeah. So you're window shopping, but you're also kind of like, you know, leaning over and.
Yeah, in Infernal, I'll reply, no thank you, friend.
You don't know what you're missing. This is different somehow. I don't know what they put in it, but it's good.
How much?
I like the look of you. Something about your eyes. I only got 2 vials on me.
Are they the same?
Yeah. 5 gold each.
Just one.
Alright. Are you trying to keep this clandestine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not very good at it,
Roll sleight of hand, but I'll give you advantage because he's going to also be stealthy and kind of assisting
basically.
the transaction. All right. There we go. Professor, is that greater than your passive perception?
No.
Oh, wow. Okay, so the transaction's made, and a vial is put into your hands, and the coins go into his. He gives you a standard tiefling fare thee well, and continues on, just walking, and has a, as he was. He's not like whistling or giving anything away. Just, for all anyone knows that he was just talking to a friend and getting out of the rain.
And I say to him in Infernal a kind of like clerical blessing.
He stops, looks back at you, and just kind of, you too. Grins and walks, like, puts a hood up and walks out into the rain.
Yeah. It's like kind of odd, but alright. Weird, basically a weird flex, but okay moment.
Glancing, the vial does have, Shadahari language, written on a label. It's not like, big bright label or anything, but, it just seems to be a,
Weird that he would label it, but alright.
yeah.
I stuck it in the pocket.
After he's gone, Cypher is actually gonna stop you from that, Mordecai. He's gonna whisper to you Infernal. Let me see the label for a second.
Rather nosy.
The Cypher just looks at it like, you can have it back after I'm done. I'm not gonna take it from you.
It's fine, I was gonna have you look at it anyway. But I didn't want to do it out in public. It's illegal.
It's illegal for tieflings to own lucifers. Look at me, I'm a human. What am I gonna do with lucifers? But if you say this very, very quietly, mind you.
Make more.
I mean, I possess the ability to, but why would I do that?
Because you're a scientist.
I'm a scientist, not an alchemist. There's a difference.
I'm a tinkerer, not an alchemist. There's a difference.
Who says I was suspecting you of making more? Let me have a look at the label.
Fine.
It's written in Shadowhar, and maybe it might give us a little bit of insight as to how this is different.
I'm surprised you saw it from that far away.
What can I say? That time I spent as nothing but eyes has sharpened mine a bit.
And mine have dulled. You might need to go buy some spectacles or something.
Yeah, it might be an idea. There's a magic shop here in town, I think.
Meanwhile.
But,
Fine. I show it to him. Pretty, like, clandestinely.
Okay.
and I'm gonna read over the label.
It's a very simple label. It says essence in Shadowhari Common.
And so Cypher would make a gesture to put it away.
I do.
And it reads essence.
Well. I was gonna test it somehow.
Can you anymore? I mean, you're not necessarily, as far as we know, you're not really tiefling anymore. You're 1% elf and 99% unknown, remember?
We know what you're not.
Yeah, we know what you're not. That's a tiefling.
And, you know, if it doesn't affect me like it used to, then I have nothing to worry about for as far as addiction goes.
Yeah, but the other side is we don't know what it'll do to you. You might discover an unknown effect.
That's why I want to test it scientifically, not try it myself.
Well, I mean, technically, trying it yourself would be scientific. It's just we'd have to get you in a controlled environment involving rope. For your safety, obviously, so that you don't just... So if it sends you into a berserker rage or something, you don't just get up and start running around murdering everyone.
Luciferase doesn't do a berserker rage. It just opens up and heightens your senses.
Yes, but remember, A, this is different Luciferase, as he said, and B, you're not a tiefling anymore, so we don't know what it'll do to you.
You don't know that.
It's called erring on the side of caution, Mordecai. It's what we do as scientists.
Yes. God damn it.
You know I'm right.
I hate when you're right.
I'm technically correct. The best kind of correct.
And you're an
Just
asshole.
correct.
Yes, I've had more than one person call me that, but, you know, if I was any other way, you probably wouldn't like me anywhere near as much.
I think you're giving yourself a lot of credit about how much I actually do like you.
Probably. But, I mean, you haven't tried to kill me. Yet.
Because I wouldn't. I'm not that kind of person.
Look, Mordecai, we went to literal hell. Anything is possible.
And, you know, I felt like more of a killer there than I do here, so that's a good change.
It's a good sign, yeah.
Yes.
But considering we live in a world where that's currently being, I guess the right word to say is violated by some extraterrestrial being that we don't understand. And, well, from the notes that I've read, you've fought what people would call deific beings. It's best not to take any chances with anything. Would you agree? Because, I mean...
You have a very valid point.
I mean,
what do you suggest, Professor?
I suggest we go ahead and we find a place to stay. Just a room. I've got some rope in my pack. We could, like, tie you to a chair. And I can help you imbibe it, and I'll keep an eye on you and take notes to see what happens.
You know, this is sounding strangely up someone else's alley. You know that, right?
No, I don't follow.
Have you never... Never mind. We're moving on.
That's out of character, me laughing. It's just like he's not exactly an old funny duddy, but you're expecting him to get the concept of bondage. That I have, Nate.
No, you're young. You're young again. You're the spry, like, whatever, like mid-20s professor.
Oh yeah, but I never learned about that kind of
Oh.
That's like when he thinks about tying someone up with rope, he's thinking about like literally restraining them. It's just not the thought that crosses his mind. It's like, sorry.
Mordecai has had an adventurous lover before.
Yes, Cypher has not. It's like,
I just want Norlight and Bright to walk in on this.
so you two are the rain persists, but you have a bottle of what you're told is this Shadowhari Luciferase, is apparently different or more potent. Although in their language they call it, they labeled it anyway, essence. Then we
Essence of what is Jaipa's question?
we come back to the magic store, and Norlai, you're having your golden figurines put in colorful paper and a decorative gift bag. Bright, you're having your inks put into a paper bag.
I guess I didn't spend 1,000 gold. I don't get the fancy bag.
Nope.
You don't get free gift wrap.
I'm probably buying a significant quantity of ink. we'll total it up in the end, but it's an amount for sure.
Oh, sure. Just let me know how much then. Maybe you'll get a free gift.
I honestly don't know. I have so many spells, and my goal is to make a complete backup. So, I mean, it's probably actually a lot of ink.
Okay. Well then maybe you will get a gift bag.
We'll retcon the gift bag.
Okay. Mordecai's heart works so he can actually have a heart attack. Oh gosh. Okay, well, you have ink and you have golden figurines. She feels very happy that she made these 2 big sales, especially to someone of esteemed lineage, Norlai, since you were able to talk that up, and she's very eager to sell to someone of importance. So she didn't exactly look too deeply into it, but she certainly bought into everything that you were telling her. So. What would you like to do? Go find Mordecai and the professor?
Yeah, I got what I wanted.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to go back. I'm sure the Mordecai and the professor are just sitting in the room, reading books or something. Maybe Mordecai's practicing his violin. Definitely nothing interesting going on there that we might walk in on.
Well, did you get another room? 'Cause you got the one for the night,
is
but
essentially undoing his tie or anything.
No, he is not.
I don't remember you re-upping your room, so I mean, you might have set a rally point, like, oh yeah, hey, let's meet here. But
I think we were planning on just shipping out tonight, right?
Yeah.
That was the idea.
Mm-hmm.
So.
yeah,
Does he tie him up on the ship?
plenty of rope. There's a section of Xanathar's. What page is that on?
There's, I think the rules on bondage are probably in Tasha's. But
That does sound like a very Tasha thing to do.
You eventually will find each other. One group will find the other. Though, unless either of you ditch your gift bags, Mordecai and Professor, you see that... Well, actually, you would have transformed in front of them so they could recognize you, right?
Of course.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, probably not.
Oh.
I mean, they recognize Wickerbottom, and I don't want to change it again.
Okay.
But, they might not recognize Norlai, so I might,
Oh.
I might sneak and let them. Maybe I can just hide or lag behind just a little bit, and then see if Mordecai runs into Norlai and has a double.
Yeah. So as you two are having a conversation, Professor and Mordecai, there's a beautiful blue young tiefling just kind of sauntering down the street. Must be a woman of means, because she has a decorative gift bag. It looks very fancy. And Mordecai, if she doesn't look, I mean, she just bears very familiar qualities.
Like a gender bent version of myself? ?
You could put it that way.
You could also put it like she could be your sister or something.
I'm very confused.
Norlai, are you approaching them, or are you continuing to walk?
Yes.
Okay.
I would approach them.
Oh, sure.
It would normally probably wouldn't even think that she's disguised anyone. She probably forgot about it, and she's just like, I got lions, you know?
Yeah, just
She's
a
just
random
excited.
woman comes up to you. I got lions, and just holds up a bag.
Okay, look what I got.
Wait. Oh. Say something again.
Say something again.
Lorelai?
Oh yeah.
You look
Oh, I'm
like
still blue,
you.
aren't I? Yeah, we went into the store that we were at like 2 years ago, and we kind of scammed them, so we didn't want them to know it was us, so we changed. I got lions.
Lions?
Yeah. She's just gonna
Oh.
like
Oh, no.
she'll open the bag and show him the 2 golden lions.
No.
Aren't they pretty?
Lorelai. Lorelai.
What?
Lorelai.
The receipt
What?
says 1,000 gold in it.
Lorelai.
What? She pets the statues.
Okay. They're statue pets. We can deal with that. Live pets, we're gonna put a stop to right now, okay? Yori is the one.
I mean, I'm still getting Yori back, and then if I can find
Yes.
Mordecluck and Brayson, you know, I'd want to get them back too.
They're
And these are like
probably
Fenrir. They turn into real animals when I want.
which is fine, because you can stick those in your pocket and be okay, and they don't have to be fed, they don't have to be watered, they don't have to drain resources. I'm okay with the statue pets. But 1,000 gold?
Yeah, it wasn't even that much. Thank
Cypher kind
got
of just
2 of them, so it's like 500
glances to
each.
Mordecai and goes, considering if they can turn into real animals, that's a given the subset of magical item that they come from. 1,000 gold's actually a pretty good steal.
I mean, did you check them to make sure that they work?
I mean, I can check them now, but I'm pretty sure they work.
Because you could have gotten...
If you,
You
I
could
have the
I
receipt,
mean-
so if they don't work, I can take them back.
I would have identified them. I figured we were dealing with a shopkeeper. We didn't have to worry about it. But sure, let's I mean, I would have identified them on the way back.
Okay.
I assume
Right.
they're real.
Yes.
Okay.
I don't want to use
Sorry.
them in the middle of town.
Suddenly, I
so
was
you can freak
worried.
No, that's you're fine. It's Brett, I trust you. You know how to identify things. It's just fine. When I give you pocket change, I don't expect you to spend it all.
Well, you know, you gave me enough to buy it, so why not?
what's up?
I gave you 100 platinum.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and I spent it.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah, no,
Why
I
do
just
I
like
even
to have
bother?
people tonight.
Why do I bother? You really are like a baby sister. You know that?
I'm an adult. Thank you very much.
You're 18. Well, 19. rather.
19.
Yeah.
Out of
Which is-
character, she's 18 now.
Out of character, yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
that
mean,
was my
out
bad.
of character, she'd technically be like 16 because she didn't age really from 17.
Frozen in time, forward in time, wild magic back in time.
She probably looks like she's 15 years old right now.
16.
And you're 6 foot tall.
Yeah, 6 foot tall. You're the tallest person in the party now.
Norlai is jailbait.
Oh, sorry, time is Mordecai.
And whoever's animating your
I just
keyframes
about
has
typo.
you all over the place, different colors and. While you all
We'll
are
fix that
talking,
in the
here-
Snyder cut.
The artist punches the computer when Photoshop doesn't work. Why won't you stay?
As you're walking, there's actually a squad of Shadowheart soldiers in uniform that are making their way down, and they are every so often they're pulling someone aside, and they seem to be interacting with them. Nothing too violent. Like one person seems to snub them. Another group point down Ural's way, and then someone else just kind of makes a shrugging motion and keeps walking in the rain. But there is a group of 6 Shadowheart soldiers that are coming down the street towards you all.
So the first thing I do is cast Mage Armor.
Okay.
Have to do that first. It's important to cast my spells in the right order. And then the second thing I do is I cast Detect Thoughts, and I want to detect the thoughts. I mean, it's range of 30 feet, so as soon as they get within 30 feet, I'm going to detect thoughts on whichever soldier seems to be in charge.
Yep, it's very obvious. His uniform is a little bit different than the others that are following.
And because I totally saw this coming, he is going to roll a 7 on the die.
Ah, very good. All right.
For his save.
Okay, that is going to be nowhere near 20. If it was, though.
One iron-willed soldier if he's got plus 13 to wisdom.
Yeah. Okay. The surface thoughts are what's on mind in the moment. Finding a thief and worrying about getting in trouble for having the airship broken into.
Interesting. We've already decided that I'm going to do the probe because that's why I made him roll.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm especially looking for like what's been stolen and what airship, and anything else that he might have.
Emotional state. There is an exterior, like a soldier's confidence, but he's actually, he seems to be a bit panicked. Not irrationally so, but he actually is afraid of what consequences could come from this. Let's see. Reasoning, if any. He is worried. He's worried about a security breach, which is why he's desperately looking for a thief, and something that looms large in his mind. Something that looms large. He is going to lose his promotion. That seems to be something very big that he is, and his family apparently is like flashing through his mind.
Okay.
And you see that he has actually a dwarven wife, and he has kids that are a mix of human and dwarf.
Oh, that's interesting. So the thing that I'm really interested in is what was stolen. But also I'm kind of curious about his family. Like, is it a local dwarven wife, or is it someone from Shadowheart?
The thoughts, how he's manifesting them, they are dressed in Shadowheart style. So they would be... He's not thinking about where they're at currently. He's just manifesting them in his mind. So the home has the accoutrements of Shadowheart, so they're probably back home. Although looking around, some places have adopted the coloration and some of the style.
Am I able to find out what was stolen?
He's not thinking about that actively, no. Just he's more concerned with himself and the fact that there was a theft.
Okay. Well, then I will use the gnomish mind probe to ping for anybody who might be hiding nearby.
Real quick. Either way, the target knows you're probing into its mind.
Yeah, he's gonna know because I
Yeah.
don't read it around in there. But he's not gonna know it's me. And then, then I'm.
Is he not? At least it seems that it would draw attention to yourself. Right? Because it says that the target knows you are probing into its mind.
Well, yeah, maybe. I don't know. Well, either way, I still want to use the second option of the spell that I can do later
Okay.
to look for creatures that I can't see, like in hidden intelligent creatures.
Sure. You take a quick look around as the leader of this group looks over and says, "You," and points to you, Bright, as Wickerbottom, but, you know, that's apparently, I guess maybe the manifestation, like, a Wickerbottom appeared in his mind, like, or seemingly, like, caught his mental attention somehow, or, you know, the magic left some sort of a magical, like, stamp. And so he's trudging up, like, he's not running, he doesn't have a weapon drawn or anything, he's just like, "You." And you look around, no one appears that you can't see, or that would otherwise be, you know, like, maybe there's someone behind a wall, but it doesn't detect through it, kind of a thing. But yeah, so all four of you, these 6 Shadowheart soldiers, are briskly walking through the rain up towards you, and they're pointing at the halfling matron Wickerbottom right there.
Okay. So.
Can we help you?
Oh,
Yeah,
Norlai's gonna help.
Yeah, before they even get here.
Okay.
I was prepared to make my own escape, but
Okay.
if Norlai wants to help, great.
Hold on. I'm gonna make us all invisible.
Oh, okay.
Right in front of him?
Yes.
Here's
Here's the thing. Norlai doesn't like cops, and cops approaching. She's hitting an emergency button.
It is reflexive, yeah.
Oh.
She doesn't really trust.
Yeah. Let's see, I need to cast this.
Although I think you have to be willing. So if you don't want her magic to
No.
take hold,
Cypher is unwilling.
Bright's willing. This is basically what I was gonna do anyway.
Sorry, I gotta do math. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I'm casting at 5th level,
okay.
and I'm just touching everyone. So like
No,
like
it's
2
not
hands
willing.
and a tail on
Yeah,
someone.
that's what I was thinking too. All right, Mordecai,
Nope.
are you accepting?
Nope. Nope, not at all.
Sound of feasting horn.
Yeah, it's actually not willing, but I'll just break by casting a prestidigitation.
Oh, sure.
It's my concentration.
Yeah, but the spell ends for a target when that target attacks or casts the spell. So,
Okay.
Oh,
yeah.
well,
You
that's
could break it by
interesting.
drawing a weapon.
Yeah, I'm not gonna draw a weapon. I'm just gonna cast a prestidigitation because I'm sorry, I don't want to be invisible. I'm not in the mood to incriminate myself in the eyes of the Shadowheart right about now. So,
All right. So, Mordecai, you want to do a little wiggle to shake off the invisibility too?
Yeah, he's just gonna flippantly cast a mending.
Sure. Also, Shrub the DM, thank you very much for the raid and bringing everyone over. Oh, you were playing D&D too. Well, welcome. Thank you for finding us and giving us a raid. If you want to talk a little bit about what you were doing at your tabletop, we'll see what happens at ours here. So Norlai and Bright turn invisible. I need you to also roll a percentile, please.
no.
Giant host.
Please don't.
It's so
A
much
giant
of a host.
host. A 96.
Ooh.
You
Oh,
and all
that's a
creatures
big
within
host.
30 feet of you gain vulnerability to piercing damage for the next minute. The
Oh, that's
Shadowheart
wonderful.
draw their swords.
But here's the thing: me and Bright were disguised. So if you go around the corner and
Yeah, that's what I'm
undisguised and
gonna do.
uninvisible, we're completely different people.
I'll be doing that certainly. But I'm not coming out of invisibility if I can avoid it.
All
I'm
right.
just gonna turn off my seeming.
So, Professor and Mordecai, both of you feel a little bit more vulnerable. As the
Should've
disability
stayed
takes
invisible.
hold.
They've been feeling increasingly vulnerable this whole session, let's be real.
And also, yes, thank you for the second rate of 45. Tabletop,
Wow.
welcome to you. And thank you for also finding us. Daily, thank you for the shout out. And Tabletop, what was going on with you? Shrub the DM was saying, today was mostly a travel and filler session. Well, Shrub, do I have news for you? Welcome to our travel and... It was a lot of fun travel.
Travel and shopping session.
Yeah, travel and shopping here. I hope you all
I
had a
got
bunch
lions.
of fun. Yep. Norl, I got some
didn't-
golden lions.
I purposefully didn't want to cause trouble.
Hey, we're not
I was
causing trouble. We're
waiting.
avoiding trouble.
Ghoul, I
Oh, God,
agree.
yeah.
See,
Brandon
everyone wants to
Lorelei
be impressive
can't go on
stuff.
an
so-
adventure
Gotta do
without
the
having
stuff in
some
between.
kind of trouble.
Damn it, Lorelei, why do you have to be so anti-authoritarian?
But yeah, welcome to you all. As we are, well, the tension just escalated as a bunch of soldiers have who've been looking for a thief pointed to the party, and two of the members, well, all four technically turn invisible, but two revert very quickly back, also feeling kind of vulnerable. And I don't know, Noraline Bright, are you just running? Are you just taking off?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we went invisible.
Oh wait, Bright. I can
mhm.
fly. Let me grab you. We'll just go straight up.
I don't feel like the need to fly right now. I feel like,
I know, but like they can't run into us.
okay, that's fine.
You don't need to go high.
That's
Just
how we want to
higher
do
than
it.
they-
Don't drop me, I don't have flight prepared today.
It's okay. I have feather falls.
Um,
So basically, we go
Okay, bye.
invisible. Normally,
Well-
just hugs Bright and we go straight up.
Sure, why not?
the soldier runs up and in Mesotopian common, accented with Shadahar. I get to dust this off now because, well, I'm Professor, you can speak the language, but still, they're going to address you as locals. Where did they go?
Where
Oh,
did...
no.
The ones who were with you, did they leave?
No clue.
I don't know.
He leans in
seem-
close to you, Mordecai.
Sound of feasting
You don't look like the one. No.
The one what?
A thief.
Yes,
a robber.
Can I...
Grand
can I tell
larceny
this-
was committed.
Can I, from his outfit, can I see what rank he is?
Yeah, he'd be a low-tier commissioned officer. That would be commanding
So-
kind of a group of like privates.
So, like a sergeant, then.
Yeah.
He's like, Cypher would speak. This is still in regular common. It's like, that's most terrible, and you call him by his rank. But please, calm down, tell us what happened.
You, sir. The tiefling that was standing right beside you.
What about them?
Did she try to sell you anything?
No.
No. I didn't see any sales. I've been standing here the whole time.
She wasn't trying to shake you down with a little sleight of hand?
No.
No.
There was a criminal on the woos. It
I
is
don't see how that's my concern as a man of the cloth.
particularly so. You may be a local, but we share the same love of Ouijas. What about you, sir? Did the other one, or even the tiefling approach you, try to sell you something as well? Perhaps calling it
Sell?
Woosafois?
No.
Now, it's a drug, you understand.
Yes, we're aware
Yes,
of what this craze is and how illegal it is.
The one that was next to you, sir, and he points to you, Professor. They disappeared. That's shady. Have you checked your pockets? Did they steal anything from you?
No, they haven't. They haven't stolen anything from me.
Mordecai's like, yeah, 1,000 gold pieces.
But
Not commenting about that out loud.
No, that's...
but Cypher, Cypher had a looks to this. You know, and I imagine it's probably not Sergeant, but I'm going to use the Shadowhari equivalent.
Sure.
Cypher would know what the word is. It's like,
Sound of feasting.
so, and he'd use the turtle. I can understand why you would be after this thief, but I happen to be a somewhat of a man-at-arms. Why don't you and your men and I go and have a little chat, and I'll see if I can't help you root out this thief.
Are you saying this in their common, in Shadowheart common?
Nope, I'm saying this in regular common.
All right. It's appreciated, but you are not a part of our unit. This is Shadowheart military concern.
Oh, trust me. Once you hear what I have to say, I think you might be very interested in my offer. I'm
Then
trying to be
speak.
very persuasive here.
Oh, speak now, then. We're here.
And isn't it like Mordecai, if you would look away for just a moment, I have to share some very private information with these people. And so Cypher, actually, give me just a moment.
Would I know what Cypher's trying to do?
I
Give
don't
me
know
a
what he's
moment.
trying to do, so no, I guess. Although I'll tell you, in saying that, the squad kind of takes half a step back and is giving you the stink eye.
And Cypher would give a side glance to Mordecai, like, I've got this, trust me.
Mordecai's face instantly goes, I don't trust you.
They just had this conversation.
Cypher's like, no, I got this, trust me. It's just like, just roll with it, with a look.
Mordecai will improv to the best of his ability in this case.
You can't do that. You're not a bard anymore. You have to do only what mechanically you're capable of.
But
All right, Professor, your move.
Cypher approaches with a very non-hostile, very non-hostile, like, demeanor.
Mm-hmm.
So it's basically approaching, very obviously showing no hostile intent.
Okay, like arms out to the side, kind of a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I'm going to cast Prestidigitation.
Okay.
And I'm going to use this Prestidigitation to craft up a little illusion that would mark my face with the geometry of the old magic. Of my magic. And with that, I'm going to start speaking very quietly in Shadowheart Common, and I'm going to go, it's like, Sergeant, I need you to tell me literally everything that you know about what's going on. You have stumbled across a major operation here, and we need to get to the bottom of it. If you have any information, you need to feed it to me now.
Roll a deception at advantage, and I'm going to be doing something else. Okay.
I will happily roll a deception at advantage.
And I rolled something at advantage, which is actually going to be to your advantage. All right, so you got a 22. He his eyes widen as your spell goes off, and his eyes dart up to it and back down, and he gets a baffled look. And then when you lean in and whisper those words, he shouts or he barks out a quick order for attention, and the six go from kind of a reserved, like, I'm ready to reach for my steel because a dude just walking up to us, to they all snap to attention. And this sergeant looks over to you, Mordecai. I'm very sorry to have disturbed you, but it seems that we have some business here to attend. Would you mind taking a few steps back, please, as we attend to this?
And Mordecai backs up.
Okay. Professor, ball's in your court. You have the sergeant and the squad's attention.
It's like, and he's speaking quietly enough so that all of them can hear. But he's not like shouting it or anything. So it's enough so that they can hear, and not really many other people. So right, I need you all to tell me everything you know about this larceny.
Okay. They will whisper back real quick. As that's happening, Noralai, you're holding Bright in your arms as you're floating there. It is raining, it's windy, and you have a weight in your arms. I need you to make an athletics to hold on to her.
Oh no. I mean, the invisibility won't break if you drop them, but if you cast
But
feather
bones
fall-
will.
Sprain an ankle.
You're muted, Darkwolf.
I wouldn't have stayed there. It was more like up and away. But up was so they wouldn't run into us.
Okay, I thought you were floating there.
No, I wouldn't have stayed there.
Okay.
Where are you
Well,
going?
where did we go
Yeah.
then?
It would have been like around a corner or something.
Okay.
Yeah, so up and back and around the corner of a building.
Okay. No test is needed, but then you'd have to have one of these to explain to you what happened, because you'll be out of eye shot and ear shot.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
fine.
Okay. Okay. Boop, you invisibly go around the corner. What is going to be explained to you, Professor, is that one of the bottles that the chaplain of the ship uses as a part of the ritual that they use to... Well, see, so he's going to address this. Like, he's going to be using specific terms you're probably not familiar with. But what this is it's a substance that allows the human or tiefling imbiber to have a bit of a holy revelation, and it makes a connection to the altar that is aboard each of the Shadowheart ships. And in turn, this allows them to be able to in a sense teleport to their ship, because it is the altar, like the small chaplain area in the altar is a sanctified area. I forget the name of the spell, but there's a cleric spell.
Hallow.
Hallow.
It's consecrated
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah.
And Word of Recall is the other
In
one.
Word
which
of
you
Recall.
probably-
Yeah, so it allows them to Word of Recall because they are able to attune themselves. So out, but it will be in, as I presume the professor will share this with Mordecai. But Mordecai, you saw aboard in the airship in the desert, there was such a place. And each of the ships that, had a chaplain aboard. And so this effectively allowed the troops, or the chaplain and the troops, to word of recall to their airships. And that's also why I think one of you detected that it was sanctified, even way back then. I think there's something along. It was hallowed in some way. But
Celine,
I think
I
Celine
believe,
did.
detected that.
yeah, I think
Celine
it was Celine
detected
because, and that's also why I offered it to you, Mordecai, when you passed by the airship parked in the park, because now you'd be sensitive to that.
that. Yeah.
But yeah, effectively, it's a substance that's a lot like luciferase. It seems to work on humans as well, though, and it better enacts the word of recall for the user. And it seems like they've been having problems with Mesotopian tieflings after having found out about the particular potency of this substance. They've been stealing it. Yeah, this has been super hot stuff, but it's also really bad for ship security, for just a lot of other things.
And Cypher is just listening to this. Then he seems to have a revelation, and like the leader would see this on his face, and he says in Shadowheart Common, I was put here as deep cover to go. By holy man, you've done it. You've cracked this. And he goes to the sergeant and goes, this information is going to allow me to be able to bust a larger operation of Mesotopian tieflings stealing the stuff. He's playing it coy. This is like stealing the stuff. Thank you. I will make sure to find you once I have retrieved such things. I'm going to search the city for them. Once I find them, I shall return it to the ship.
Please do. You'd be doing us a great favor. You're obviously, I'm not using the accent. He's replying in Shadowhari. But...
It's like, oh no, my good man, you've done not only the Empire a great favor, but you've done yourself a great favor. I'll be making sure to refer you to the superiors for you were looking at a promotion, weren't you? I'm playing that off as, I have no idea.
He snaps and salutes, and the other 5 kind of look at him, but reflexively salute.
It's like, you've done well. It's like, you've done well, good man. You get back to it. I'll see you later.
They proceed off,
and he'll do a formal dismissal of them to send them away before turning back.
Mordecai to you, sir. We are sorry to have taken your time, but please be alert, for there are many thieves around town, and you could always be next.
I appreciate your words of caution. I can handle myself.
They begin doing a light jog still. I mean, they're still going to try and find the thief anyway, but...
Yep, but they're doing the hop, 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 hop.
Norlai and Bright, you see the squad of 6 runs past the alleyway that you ducked into. And they are... Bloop, the boot clomps are distant now.
Yep, and as they're out of the way, Cypher's going to drop the prestidigitation. He's going to drop the prestidigitation, and he's going to look to Mordecai with a smile. How would you like to ingratiate yourself with the Shadowhar Empire?
So, as the soldiers jog on by, I'm definitely going to want to turn off the seeming that Norlai and I have. I don't know if she's turned off the invisibility yet.
Okay.
I would turn it off after you turn off the seeming.
Okay.
Because we'd be around the corner, no one would see us anyways.
Yeah, that's the whole point, is that we're, in an alley. we can come on out once the soldiers have cleared. And I'll walk over and I'll say, so, how did that go? I'm glad to see that no one was arrested.
No, because we didn't do anything wrong.
I also played myself off as a very high-ranking Shadowheart deep cover operative.
Oh, that's
It seems
definitely
that-
not going to go wrong.
Oh, it's fine. It
It's
seems
gonna
like
be terribly wrong. I'm sure. It's Cypher.
I played it off just fine. Have a little faith. You're a man of the cloth. Why don't you believe, Mordecai? Why don't you believe?
Because I've seen otherwise, Professor.
Look. That tiefling earlier. It's not
Uh-huh.
that vial. They're looking for it. Because
looking
local
for a
tiefling...
for a
Local
vial of
tieflings
what?
have...
Well,
The
I was trying to
Mizatobi-
figure
the
out
Mi-
what they were looking. Oh, I'm sorry, lethality. We keep talking, and I'm sorry.
Sorry.
After you.
I'll let
No,
you
after
go,
you.
and then I'll let you go, and then I'll talk. Yay.
I'll put it to you like this. Mesotopian tieflings have been thinking that the vials that have been stealing from the Shadowheart are high potency luciferous. Like a new blend, the up north blend.
Uh-huh.
But what the vials are actually used for is it's a religious thing. It helps them have a holy revelation and connects them to the sanctified altars within the ships, so that they may recall themselves to the ship via a secure form of teleportation magic.
Huh.
And local tieflings have been stealing it because, of course, they've heard high potency luciferous. We want the normal stuff just ain't doing it no more, and they've been stealing it from the Shadowheart. So, what I'm thinking is that, well, we have a vial in our possession. I know we were going to test it, but now we know what it does. Now we know what it does. We could use this vial to ingratiate ourselves with the Empire and start getting resources.
Why do you
And
guys have
given-
file
get-
not Luciferase, but Luciferase?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. And also, I guess I lost the bet because I thought you wouldn't do anything fun while we were gone. But, yeah, where did you get that vial?
Tiefling that came by and tried to give it in a clandestine operation. He said it was different and we were going to study it. But now we know what it does. No need. And therefore we can use it to leverage it in a different way.
Mordecai, I told you that stuff makes you go blind.
Yeah, so speaking of
Bought
going
some?
blind, why don't I just scry on the guy who sold it to you? Did you get his name?
No, he
No.
didn't give me his name. She.
Well,
There is a she.
Oh, it was a she? Okay.
Did get a description though, if that helps.
Yeah, description would be great, and also the vial. Now I have a possession.
Yes. Now,
If we're not
also,
gonna do that here, and not in the open.
No, not in the
You're not
open.
me.
We'll find a dimly lit tavern or something.
also,
Table in the
Gnarl, I
corner.
would also like to remind you that
Put up our
Mordecai,
cloak hood.
Mordecai isn't technically a tiefling anymore. He's 1% elf and 99% unknown. Didn't you listen to Bright when she did the identify?
And Matter still bought it.
So,
Don't encourage
Yes.
drug buying.
it's just
Girl who
so
avoids police at every turn.
yes, you
I
say
don't
that
like
like
drugs. I just don't like police.
you vanished
You
in front of a you vanished in front of a group of Shadowhari soldiers. I'm sorry, but you're not getting away from that one.
Well,
Hello.
I didn't vanish.
When you-
I didn't look
you
like
got-
myself.
When
You're
you
going to
Yeah, and getting away from it is exactly what we were doing, actually.
when you do
But now
that,
they're
it
gone.
puts suspicion on you,
of
regardless of
us.
whether you did anything wrong.
Well,
Also-
cops are corrupt. No.
also
Don't deal with
Suspicion
them.
on some completely imaginary people that they'll never see again. Because we were disguised.
Noralite. Right now, it's like you're a pot ascending to a kettle and going, "Hey, you're black."
Pots don't do magic.
I'm calling you a. I'm saying that what you're saying is hypocritical, Noralite. You don't get to
I
get.
don't trust cops, so why would I stick around? Cops are
And yet you'll
corrupt.
get.
That makes you look even more incriminating, whether or not you did something wrong to begin with. It doesn't matter.
Or not. And yet you wish to
I
get.
did
And
something
wish
wrong
you,
or not? If cops are just gonna come in and kill people anyways.
Law enforcement doesn't. Cypher just
I know
slow,
what I'm
slow
talking
turns
about.
to. Cypher just slow turns to the door like, who hurt you?
Cops killed my parents.
Oh,
Are you sure that wasn't some kind of?
I didn't realize. I didn't realize you knew your parents. I thought you just had Loki.
My parents died when I was 7.
Well, you.
I've heard this before.
Are you sure?
Well, I didn't say the cop thing, but
Are you sure it wasn't some kind of framing or something?
there was a raid
Because-
on the house, and me and my brother had to sneak out.
Sorry.
And they were local authorities?
Something like that. There's a. I didn't get a good look, but there was definitely cops there, and I think probably some other people from the town, but I don't know. I recognized the cops though.
That sounds like a lynching. Not a raid. That sounds like a lynching.
Well, whatever it was, can't trust cops.
Yeah, no reason to split hairs over the definitions. Or just
Right.
I didn't know that that's what happened to your parents.
I would say the
Alright.
semantics of this is kind of important, but yes, my condolences for your loss. Now, let us get off the street. We should go and hire a room in an inn, and we can talk there. Right?
I don't probably need a room because we're going to be leaving town in a couple hours.
Maybe we can get on the boat early. Just sit and wait.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
I'm alright with either finding a shady corner or getting on the boat soon.
Anyways, I thought of names for my lions.
Yay! What are you going to call them?
I'm gonna call this one Jaeger and this one Rodveer.
Jaeger and Rodveer.
It
Okay.
means
What
hunter,
language is that?
Wait, what does the second one mean?
predator.
Oh, okay.
I wanted them to have matching names.
Is that an infernal? Or is that... or is that something else?
Out of character, all of her names for her pets, except for Brace and Morticlub. They are Norse inspired.
Yeah.
I think Herbert too. So like all of her like not less than mundane pets, or more than mundane.
Yeah, but I mean, Mordeclec was special.
Yeah.
He was a face chicken.
Yeah. Homegrown.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know about that.
No, you don't.
You would not understand, and you would not believe me if I told you.
Try me.
You know,
So
it's
I had a
weird
pet
when it's
named
too weird for
Mordecai,
the
but
professor.
we got him because it was she was stuck to Mordecai's face for a few days.
It was some kind of wild magic shenanigans, I think.
Yeah,
Because of
something
the
like
flowers
that.
in Flowerfield.
See, that's a simple explanation. Say no more.
It is not a simple explanation, because nothing about the flowers is simple.
Mordecai, must I remind you about what it is that we've done together? You know, where we were
Yes.
for 2 years.
Yes, I am very aware. And even that is stranger than hell.
And you know that I am an academic. And I understand magic. And I understand the concept and existence of wild magic, right?
Yes.
Given my knowledge, it's a simple explanation that can be left as it is, and I would get the circumstances. Yes?
Even still. it is an experience that was had.
Well, yes, look, I don't need to know anything about the experience of having a chicken glued to my face magically, but, you know.
Was not pleasant. It clucked all night long. It definitely made resting very hard.
Laid
As
blood
if
eggs.
falling asleep was a thing that wasn't a thing that was happening for me anyway.
I'm guessing on account of you having the,
He was a vampire.
I didn't sleep for weeks.
Well, you were undead. There was no need for you to sleep.
Do you know how boring it is to lie there for 8 hours just so that you could be rested enough to pursue the rest of the day?
Weirdly enough, yes. You see, let us walk and talk. You see,
You going to the dock? It's gonna be a while before
Yeah.
it takes off, but
yeah, we just go to the
mean,
dock. It just be like we're just gonna spend some time on the
To
boat
board.
talking.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah.
we can get on the boat and use it as a base. Because Bright is already planning to scry on the thief. We just need to find a place where we can settle to do it.
Mhm.
Yep. But Cypherus explaining how one of his gnomish colleagues delivered him a drink, which little did he know was, I think, coffee, but on like cocaine. Like,
Oh, we call that fizzy lifting drink.
yes, yes, and
It makes it so you don't sleep for a day?
uh,
The lifting is
Yeah.
metaphorical.
was it a day? It turns out that humans have a weird intolerance to it. And so what was meant to be something that was simply supposed to give me energy instead put me into a state of 300 hours of uninterrupted consciousness.
That's what it
I've done
does.
that before.
If they told you it doesn't work that way for gnomes, they're lying. It works that way for us too.
That's now I'm not a medical professional, but I think Celine mentioned something about that much consciousness would definitely rattle the sanity.
Well, yeah. At one point I swore I saw mole people.
So
Like
speaking of that,
visions and hallucination.
Oh yes, audiovisual hallucinations were a very common thing. In fact, I swear at one point I saw the face of Ogma.
I'm pretty sure I saw mold people once too, but it turned out to just be Mordecai, who was actually also a mold person.
When was this? Is this a dream?
No, you remember Sporticai?
a mold person.
A mold person.
MOLD, not
oh,
MOLE.
Okay. Mordecai's brain's a little frazzled about everything right now.
And Cypher's just explaining this story of like, it's like, I've experienced 300 hours of uninterrupted consciousness, and this is what it does to the brain. And this is the things I saw and heard and felt, and I wouldn't recommend it.
Along your rainy walk, you are solicited by all manner of people selling goods and services, and you do find the ship that you're looking for. Bright, the person that you talked to, isn't there, as that was presumably the captain. However, you've probably found, in a very mundane way, boring, the assistant, because there is someone aboard the ship who looks like he's doing some prep work on it.
Well, we're a pretty distinctive looking group, so hopefully the captain told him who to expect.
Yeah, and you all do, conveniently enough, look like each other.
Yep.
We're just gonna ask him to
Yeah.
board.
Ask him if
Yeah,
we can
maybe.
get on the boat. We might not stay, but we don't have anywhere else to go, and we need to regroup and get prepared.
He looks you all over. Looks up and down the sidewalks. looks back at you all. All right, get in.
And we'll hop on and do this.
Kind of
Is
find
he
a
a
little.
is he a troll or just like a person?
No, just a person with a deep voice.
Oh, okay. I mean, with an accent like that, I'd always jump to troll.
Is there like some point of privacy? Is this just a flat ship? Just with
No, there. You can take like a very like 4 steps down into it, and there's a cabin that you all can effectively just like sit
in.
around. There's a little bit of room,
Okay.
but it's not. Bright wasn't able to get like a super creature comfort, ship, but it's you can close the door to your cabin. There's like little curtains for the little windows in the cabin as well if you wanted to pull them.
I think we're just gonna sit in here privately for a moment.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, so I want to scry on that guy. Mordecai, you didn't happen to like clip off a bit of his fingernail or anything while he was with you, did you?
No, it's just the vial.
Good enough. And I'm gonna need as much as you can tell me about him.
And
Or her. I guess it was a her.
It
Sorry.
wasn't necessarily, and this is going to be part of the complication. You had a tiefling that had like a dark teal skin. Couldn't really see the horns because the dark clothing and the hood, and it was all rainy. So you're getting like probably a woman, close to my height-ish, rounding up or down as necessary.
And I'll describe them as to the best of my ability.
And I will feed in a little bit of supplementary information.
Huh.
All
Huh.
I really
Mordecai,
know.
do you mind if I use the gnomish mind probe?
I don't mind at all.
Okay. Fix her their image in your mind. And we'll just go ahead and do the thing.
And that's the thing he's thinking on the surface is
Yeah.
their face.
No, that's all I'm looking for. Well, and I'll also use a ping to see if there's anybody hiding around, but there's probably not. Mostly I just want to, see what Mordecai saw there, so I don't have to go by a description as much.
The description was close to what was there. What you can get from the memory is the sound of the person's voice.
Okay.
And you are in a slightly kind of like going through his brain here, almost like cyberpunk style, like you're kind of going through and you're getting to tune in and out.
Great, it crashed.
Yeah, oh jeez, I'm sorry. Mordecai's brain is full of bugs now.
Oh no.
Yeah, but you're probably a woman. From while the voice was kept kind of low and probably like a little throaty on purpose, or just because it's raining and a little cough or something. But yeah, you're getting this kind of teal color. The lips were a darker teal, and
Okay.
there was a.
So we're looking for a
see.
gender fluid chartreuse tiefling. Wonderful. That's actually pretty distinctive. I should be able to find them now.
What other detail? What would Mordecai notice? As the transaction was made, because I described a mutual, like an aid of a sleight of hand. You felt sharpened fingernails. Because it kind of like didn't cut you, but when the exchange was made, there's kind of like a little like a scrape across the inside of your palm. It tickled a little
Much
bit.
like mine tend to be kind of long and sharp. Not sharp, but sharp.
There's Mordecai the whole time. Dealing to
Except
himself.
my fingertips are black. So
Yeah.
Okay. Well, now I know as much as I'm gonna know. I wish I could use portents on this, but I can't. So, let's roll the scrying. it is a save against my DC. You can determine the bonuses according to what you think, but I feel like I should count as possession because I've got the vial. But
but the thief never considered it a possession because it was presumably freshly stolen and quickly fenced. It was just something that, I mean, it's like something someone might have touched, but I that's not exactly a possession where there's any sort of a like a psychic impression or a deep consideration for.
yeah, I can see that. Okay, well, determine the bonuses and then roll it.
I'll say that this is going to be a that this will just be what the -5 to your spell save.
Okay.
However, this is going to be. Whoa, that's a 14, not a 15.
Yeah, that's not gonna do it.
That was close, though. All right, well, apparently, Mordecai, remembering that tingly feeling of a fingernail scraping the inside of his palm, or maybe just the rush of, like, buying another vial of Luciferase because it's been a while. I don't know. There's something a little extra juicy in that memory that allowed your sensor to hone in. And you see a given the amount of time. Yeah, you see a figure kicking back in a restaurant. And enjoying something warm because it is steamy, and is just has a very confident grin and is enjoying a beverage. No hooded cloak. The figure looks dry, so it's probably the hood's probably hanging up somewhere. The cloak. But yeah, you're getting that chartreuse. That was pretty much as Mordecai remembered.
Well, I'm getting a good look at them now, at least. But probably the restaurant is more relevant immediately. Are there any identifying markings? What kind of food is being served there? Anything we could use to figure out what it might be?
No food, as it's just a. You can see or hear as if you were there. Yeah, so you're getting a good look around. This does appear to be a more upscale place. It's not the Tumbled Wench, but it's also not a seedy dive bar. There are others who are dressed kind of casually. People coming in out of the rain. It's a fairly average establishment, but there's nothing that you're seeing in the immediacy that's like, oh, it's the blah blah blah. But you can take a look around inside this area, and you hear people, just talking about, oh, how about that rain, and oh yeah, it's supposed to snow tomorrow, and others are like, oh, I got a big shipment of whatever came in, and someone is even talking about, oh yeah, I got a job. Oh yeah, what job did you get? I'm not gonna complain, it's money, but man, I gotta fill my barge with manure and just haul it down for the farmers to get ready for their crops, and
That's just the thought of the manure. I'm like, but I hold it in. So, I mean, I'll be describing this to everyone else. It sounds like it's kind of an upper class place, maybe nearby, where sailors like who own their own boats, or they're the captains or loadmasters. People who are
Yeah.
upper middle class,
This-
where they would tend to gather. Can I look around? I mean, even if this person, do I have a read on the gender yet, or is this genuinely like a non-binary person?
Not sure right now.
Okay.
Um, not overtly.
Okay. So is there like, even if they're not eating, is anybody else eating? Somebody's got to be eating.
Yeah. There's someone eating. There's someone eating a seaweed salad.
Huh. Boy, those just keep coming back, don't they?
It's a renewable
It's
resource.
A seaweed salad. Okay.
You just
Did-
do
is there any
that.
kind of-
Crispy.
It's just like a brick. I don't want to eat a brick.
No, it's a bunch of sheets.
It's full of minerals and nutrients.
Okay. Then maybe I didn't get a good look at it.
Yeah,
Is there
Probably
any-
a couple other
anything
bowls
on
of
the-
hot stews and stuff. Probably like a
Okay.
seafood stew or something like a clam chowder.
It's hard to tell on the package.
Is there any kind of decorations on the wall, like maybe like a trophy hanging, or is there
yeah,
any
there's,
particular?
There's like a bunch of old looking maps and some navigator tools, things that appear nautical but like higher class ambiance.
Okay, Mordecai. Actually, maybe it's not Mordecai anymore. Maybe it's Lorelei or Cipher. Well, I don't want to do it. Would anybody who feels like they might have a good rapport with the deckhand want to go out and see if they can figure out this what restaurant this might be by the descriptions?
I can go and talk to him.
Sure.
Coffee, you're muted.
Sorry.
Oh,
I'll
there
go.
we go.
I'll go.
Okay.
We could go together because I mean we're the two that the guy saw. Oh, sorry, that the woman saw.
Yes. We can definitely.
Right. Well, I'll keep the scrying sensor on for the full 10 minutes, just in case something turns up that's obvious. As far as what might reveal, like, the name. Maybe someone will say, "Boy, I sure am glad we came to the blah blah blah. It's my favorite place."
That'd be convenient, wouldn't it?
Sure would.
No sense
But
of
no.
adventure there.
But no,
Seeing as I'm a native to the island, would I know of this place based on that description?
Roll history at disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Yeah.
I'm a local. I'm a native.
Not to Lake Right Eye.
I mean, it doesn't
No,
matter. You're gonna roll an 18 anyway.
I've been all over the island.
You're gonna
you're gonna
roll
roll
an
at
18.
18.
Oh.
18 plus 0, so that's an 18.
Okay.
I'm a
That
native to Milton, and I've been all over the island.
That is true. He was a wandering bard for a very long time.
it sounds like a place called the Captain's Quarters.
Captain's quarters.
Yeah. Which is a descriptor of a particular, like, the upper level, which is where ship captains get to eat. There's higher quality stuff up there. It's sort of like a lounge where captains who are maybe waiting for their ship to go out or something can go and spend some time. Downstairs, it's not necessarily rowdy, but it's more of just an open pub where the crew can hang out until it's their time to roll. It's a local, well, not necessarily even just local. I mean, a lot of the ship people go because it caters almost exclusively to sailors. Like you really to get in, you'd have to, you'd have to be working in some capacity, since it's not like a union hall or something, but it's just if you're a crew or captain, you can go there and hang out, buy food, and wait until it's your time.
Okay. And I would relay that information.
Well,
We
let's
could go there and
go.
swap them out. Yeah.
Yeah, let's be on the way.
Yeah.
All right.
And
Well-
so we're gonna head there.
What are we intending to do with this person when we find them?
I don't know. Cypher has a plan.
Cypher always has a plan. There's a plan for everything.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Not always a good plan, but it's a plan.
Okay, that's fair, but let's be honest. Narla and I didn't have the best plan today either. It worked out.
I mean, I went shopping and I got what I wanted, so I think the plan worked out fine.
You spent two. Never mind.
No, 1,000 gold.
I spent
There's 1,000 gold for
1,000.
the pair.
That's like 500
pair.
each.
Okay. I am. You know, I'm not even mad. You got a steal.
Mhm.
You didn't actually steal it, did you?
I bought it. I paid for it.
I was gonna say you got the steal, Mordecai.
Yeah.
All right. This is what we'll do then, as we
You
have
paid
hit
full
3.
retail.
We'll wrap stuff up as you want to make your way to the captain's quarters, and find this chartreuse tiefling, this thief that was able to break into a guarded airship and acquire some of these holy oils or mixtures, while waiting for your own ship to roll out. So we are going to we're going to go raid someone. And
Yeah.
speaking of storytelling, and we were talking about vampires earlier, let alone the vampires that are running around here. Looks like Macabre Derek is still streaming, drawing on the macabre. So why don't we go and visit Derek? We got 44 people watching. I hope you all come over. Derek is an accomplished storyteller for World of Darkness. He certainly can talk a lot about D&D. He is currently designing a comic. So if you want to talk about even just art or storytelling through that medium, he can give you some awesome advice. If you love horror and all that other stuff, then you're going to find a good home with Derek. Though he doesn't keep things PG-13 like I do. So,
No.
talking about, what's his tagline? Like boobs, blood, and something else?
It does exactly what it says on the tin.
Oh, well, that's true. His name is Macabre Derek. Awesome dude. And let's go over and give him... Let's go give him a raid, everyone. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for any of you that came over in a raid. I sincerely appreciate it. ! Discord to join our Discord. It as an extension of the game store. We keep it PG-13, very friendly and welcoming. I did see a comment. Someone up there said that that they had managed a game store as well. And I'm sorry that I don't remember commenting on it at the time. But if you're still around, hey, if you ever want to talk shop, I'm happy to do so. Join us on Discord or catch us on another stream. This is going to be a mini painting 101 week, and I'll be painting up some big old minis as well. And yeah, to go along with the big capsules that we were giving out on Saturday. So anyway, I'll see you over in Derek's. Be well, everyone, and yeah, be awesome to each other. Bye.
Yes. Bye, everybody.
We're allowed to kind of insert our own thoughts on it. That may be the way to go about. Oh,